30-year mortgage rates falling to an average of 3.6% this week, down more than 1% from this time last year. This comes as the demand for single-family home rentals is soaring, the group making up just under 5% of total single-family housing starts last year. One company participating in the single-family rental boom is Invitation Homes, with stock higher by nearly 50% this year. Joining us with more now is the Invitation Homes CEO, Dallas Tanner. It's nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
I guess you have a good story to tell your investors today, given what the stock's done, as we just said.
Yeah, business is good. The fundamentals for housing are really strong, especially in our markets, which are primarily coastal and kind of the southeast part of the country.
Driving it, low rates, the consumers hanging in. What's the big deal going on?
Well, I think it's a combination of a few things, really. First, there's just a lack of supply in the markets today, generally speaking. And so we're capturing some of that demand naturally. Second, I think we've got a number of people that just want flexibility and choice. So as you take a step back, a third of the country leases something today in one way, shape, or form. That's 47 million households. We represent about a third of that 47 million. There's roughly 16 million homes today that are for lease in the United States.
And so your tenants, are they largely tenants that have always been renters, or are you seeing any group that had been buyers that are moving into renters because they can't find a new home to buy?
It's a great question. It's really a mix. About a third of our customers are out of necessity, meaning they need the space, but they quite frankly can't afford a home today in today's environment. About a third are transitional, and funny enough, about a third of our customers today are actually out of choice, preferential, meaning they can afford to buy, but they're choosing to lease.
Really choosing to lease even though they can afford to actually buy a house.
Yeah, absolutely.
What does that tell you about what the consumer Mr. and Mrs. America are thinking about where we are?
Well, I think there's a couple things going on. One, a lot of people in the country want flexibility of choice, and they want to be down payment light. We offer that opportunity without compromising location, great schools, transportation corridors that people want. I think the second thing, too, is you've got 65 million people between the ages of 20 and 35 coming our way. Our average customer today is 39, has a combined household income of about $100,000. So it's not somebody that's necessarily doing this out of necessity or need. It's really a matter of choice.
Charlie, as you look at the housing market in different plays therein, from an investment standpoint, what do you like?
Well, we think new home construction is still well below trend line. We're still roughly 1.2, 1.3 starts a year versus 1.5 million historically. So it's absolutely right. There's just not enough houses for sale. And the second thing is flexibility. People 25, 30 years ago probably thought they were going to live in the same city for the rest of their lives. Now a lot of people at least want the option, the flexibility to move. And so renting that home instead of buying it gives them a lot more flexibility. And lastly, frankly, homes have not been that great an investment over the last 15 years. 20 years ago, people my generation would have said owning a home is the best investment you can make. They haven't been that great investments recently.